What's up guys, this is iTweaks here, and I've already covered the iPhone 6, so I wanted to go ahead and cover its big brother, the iPhone 6 Plus. So if you guys want to check out the iPhone 6 review, I'll leave a link in the description below for you guys to click on. Otherwise, if you're looking for the iPhone 6 Plus, you're in the right spot. So without further ado, the iPhone 6 Plus. So if you want the biggest iPhone there is, this is it. The iPhone 6 Plus is running an A8 chip clocked at 1.4 GHz with 1 GB of RAM and a massive 2915 mAh battery. So the first thing you'll notice if you're upgrading from the iPhone 5S is the display. The iPhone 6 Plus has a 5.5-inch display with a 1920 by 1080 resolution and 401 pixels per inch. So this actually makes it more pixel dense than the iPhone 6, which is only 326 pixels per inch. So if you're a hardcore Netflixer, you're going to love this screen. The Plus also has polarizing, which will actually make your display look better when you're using it in the daylight, so a nice little upgrade there. Now if this is the first time that you're seeing the iPhone 6 or 6 Plus, of course you're going to notice that we have a complete redesign. You're going to notice that we have rounded edges, new antenna bands, a protruding camera on the back, and the best feature of all, the rounded glass flowing over the edge to give you a better experience when you're swiping from the edge of the screen. I think the design is great other than the protruding camera, but sadly if you're like me, it's possible you'll get a case and hide a lot of that design. But really, it gives me a peace of mind, so I'm alright with the sacrifice. Now Apple has always delivered in the camera department, and the iPhone 6 Plus is no exception. It still has an 8 megapixel camera but can really take some incredible photos. It focuses extremely fast with what Apple calls focus pixels and has optical image stabilization, which works incredibly well for a smartphone. The stabilization on the iPhone 6 Plus is just better, no question. Continuing with the camera, you can record in 30 or 60 frames per second for normal videos, but for slow-mo you can record in either 120 or 240 frames per second. And you can get some really cool shots with the 240 frames per second camera. It just makes everything look a little bit cooler, from jumping in the air to smashing stuff. Time-lapse videos also come with iOS 8, so if you want to see the potential of time-lapsing with an iPhone, check out the video I made showcasing it in the description below. Now there's been a lot of talk, a massive amount of talk, about bendgate. Does the iPhone 6 Plus bend? Well, obviously yes. If you watched Unbox Therapy's video, the iPhone 6 Plus bends if you bend it. Now, I haven't seen anybody that had an iPhone 6 Plus that's actually literally, legitimately put it in their pocket and bent it. Supposedly there are some cases out there in which this has happened, but I haven't experienced those firsthand. And really, I mean, this is a pretty rigid phone. I mean, just putting some pressure on it, you're not going to get any type of bending unless you're actually trying to bend the device, which a lot of phones are going to bend if you put that amount of pressure on it. Now, if you're really concerned about the bending issue, buy a case. You're not going to have any issues if you get a rigid case. So if you're really concerned about it, do that. Now, full disclaimer here, I'll let you guys know that I was extremely stoked about the iPhone 6 Plus coming out, and I thought I was going to be using it for my daily driver. And then when I actually got the device and I used it for the first 3 days, I couldn't wait to start using the iPhone 6 with a smaller screen, just because the adjustment from the 5S to the iPhone 6 Plus was just so big, and I couldn't figure out how to use it. I mean, you can't use this device one-handed, and I was so used to using it one-handed that it just became a massive pain. So I put it aside and I started using the 6, and I thought I liked that one the best. Now I've actually given this a second chance, and I've been using it the past 5 days or so, and I love it. You just have to get used to it. It takes some time to get used to it, but if you're like me, you're going to end up loving this device. Now I know a lot of you guys are asking, well, what about reachability? And really, reachability is okay. If you don't know what it is, it basically allows you to double tap on the home button, and that's going to lower the entire screen down, allowing you to supposedly use your device with one hand. That way you can access anything that was up at the top. There's some instances in which it comes in handy, but most of the time it's still a big screen to use with two hands, so just keep that in mind. But the plus side is when you start to use both your hands on the iPhone 6 Plus, it's going to give you a whole new experience from its predecessor. Now we still have some apps that are not optimized for the iPhone 6 Plus. They look like they've just been blown up from their original app, and it doesn't look good. The status bar is overlaid and it just is kind of a mess. But really, once they're updated, they look really nice on the big screen. Now something else I'm excited for is Apple Pay. It's actually not available just yet, but hopefully soon we'll be able to pay for most of our purchases just by scanning our phone. Now, a nice feature that you have with the Plus is the ability to choose either a standard layout or a zoomed layout. Now, from a visual point of view, I actually like the look of the zoomed layout on the springboard. But another nice thing is landscape support for certain applications as well as on the springboard. So on your keyboard, you'll get more keys. In messages, you'll see that you have a list of your conversations over there on the left. And if you have pages in your folders, those are going to be shown as well if you go into landscape mode. But one drawback from this is that you can't get landscape support if you're using the zoomed layout, which sucks. But when we jailbreak iOS 8, we're going to be able to get whatever we want. And I'm really excited to see what tweak developers come up with for iOS 8 and the iPhone 6 and 6 Plus. I think it's going to be really awesome. If you guys want to see an update on iOS 8 jailbreak, let me know in the comments below and I'll be sure to do one of those. So all in all, we have a massive iPhone. It has a better battery, better design, better camera, and faster internals at an almost unwieldy size. Well, one-handed anyways. But really and truly, I love it, and I can't see myself going to a smaller device anytime soon. It did take some getting used to, but now that I have got used to it, I can't see myself ever going to a smaller screen. So, what phone do you guys choose, the iPhone 6 or the iPhone 6 Plus? Be sure to let me know in the comments below. Alright guys, as always, if you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button. If you want to see more videos about everything Apple or everything jailbreak, be sure to hit that subscribe button. Alright guys, till next time, peace.